All right.
Hey, my name is Ego. This is Ramblings in the Basement with my partner.
It's Theory, Eduardo, either way.
All right.
Yvonne. That's it.
And we got a guest for the first episode.
Emily. Hi.
All right.
All right, guys.
Squeaky ass chair. All right, so it's the first episode. So I guess we got to establish, we already established who we are. I guess we got to establish, why we're here now. It's basically like, well, we got, I guess, two reasons for being here is really because it's a podcast and, everyone has a podcast now. So you got to talk about your opinions and shit. But also because we have big projects coming up and, this is one way to promote ourselves and grow an audience and to, I guess, get ourselves out there, get our names out there. And, we're just going to talk about some interesting topics,
Yeah,
whatever gets into. Every episode is going to be a different topic. And we're just going to hear everyone's opinion. I feel like that's the most important part about a podcast is you want to get everyone's opinion. You want to, have an actual discussion. You don't want to just be like everyone agreeing on the same thing.
Yeah. Everybody has their own
opinion.
Yeah. Everybody has their own opinions. Not everybody's going to agree with the same thing, which is fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what we are. That's what we're doing here. This is what we are here just to discuss our conversations.
We want to have different points of view. I feel like that's what we really want.
See what other people think, honestly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All comments are welcome.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right. Well, we were earlier talking about zodiac signs. I'm a Pisces. I guess that would probably be a good start.
Pisces.
What about you? What are you?
I'm a Capricorn, but
okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about.
But that's fine.
I know a good amount.
You guys know it? Yeah. Y'all carrying this one.
At the end of the day, it's not even about all that,
No, we're just getting into it. So
yeah, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, another Pisces.
Yeah, another Pisces.
Yeah. I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. Two Pisces.
It's all water.
No. Aquarius is an air sign, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's people assume it's a water sign, but it is an air sign. Because
I'm learning already. So
Do you know what yours is?
So
he said Capricorn.
Capricorn's water.
Earth.
No, Capricorn is Earth.
Yeah, Capricorn
Is
is
Earth?
Earth.
Yeah, it's a seagull, but it's Earth.
It's a fucking mermaid.
It doesn't make
It
sense.
don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Like they were just like, okay, you know what? I don't know what animal we could think of. Just a seagull.
They just making stuff up.
It's Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. She's swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
And swimming in mud. Swimming in mud because it's Earth.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so what about it then?
What about what?
You brought up
the topic.
Oh, I don't know. We were just continuing to talk. I thought we were just going to continue to take it off from there.
Do you know what I guess some things about your zodiac?
Well,
Anything?
Fun fact.
Apparently we're supposed to be pretty emotional creatures, the Pisces, but being that I was born in February 21st, I have that Aquarius kind of cusp, so it kind of like, contradicts the Pisces a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm emotional, but then I'm emotionless, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
I feel it.
I know how to turn it off and on, but sometimes it just turns off and off, on and off by itself,
That's how
it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, like...
See, I'm just a Pisces. I was never born in between or anything like that, so I'm just...
They say Pisces are pretty toxic people to date. Do you think that we're toxic?
No.
Well, they say the Pisces men especially.
It depends on how things go, I guess. It depends on the relationship. I don't know. Because for me, I don't even know.
What do you guys consider toxic? Because I feel like when people... I don't know.
They like to say that we're crybabies.
Toxic is an umbrella term because that can mean so many things.
Yeah.
But I don't think Pisces I don't think they're crybabies at all.
I don't know.
Some
So
can
I
actually
think-
be pretty hard.
I was gonna say this one right here is a crybaby. So,
Damn.
nah, but I think I feel like more in tune with your emotions doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna like be crying all the time. I think it just means like you're able to like understand your emotions and like
For sure.
Yeah, I
For
feel like
sure.
that's what it is for me though. At least is I'm able to like I try to avoid things where I know my emotions. I don't try to let my emotions control me. So
Absolutely.
there's some things where like if I'm mad, I sometimes some people or at least me I try not to say anything when I'm mad because that's just me
Yeah.
saying things in my emotions. I rather calm
See-
down, get back to my tell like just be calm, and then actually come off how I want to come off. Or
See, that's
how
one thing
feel.
I can agree with when it comes to like zodiacs. That I feel like they got one thing accurate about like Capricorns that I could say is I'm definitely more of a logic thinker for sure. Like I don't think really emotionally, to be honest. Which it can be a bad thing too sometimes, if I'm being honest. Sometimes like how you were like we were talking about earlier before we started recording, like situations where it's like you come off as an asshole sometimes. It just feels like you don't care.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just because you like thinking like too logically sometimes. Like if I definitely had those moments where it's like, especially with Diana, like with my sister. For those of you that don't know, she'd be like telling me about like like
Ariana.
she's just she's just what's it called, like ranting about like problem that she had, and here I am trying to like provide like illogical solutions, and she's like nah, like she just wants I don't know, I
You
feel
just
like
give, like blunt advice.
yeah exactly.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes just like I just say what it is, and I don't realize how insensitive it could be sometimes.
Sometimes
But
Because you don't
give
give people what they want to hear. You
Yeah.
give people what they need to hear.
Yeah,
You know? That's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we really need to do more. Is give people a blunt answer.
Sometimes I tell people what they need to hear, but then when people tell me what I need to hear, I don't want to hear it.
See, like yeah, like for
Yeah.
like yeah, like an
And that's
example,
pretty
like-
toxic, if you ask me. I think that's a pretty toxic trait to have.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like it's a problem that for me personally, where it's like I feel like I'm too much of a logical thinker to a point where like I felt kind of like an asshole. I'm not gonna lie, and I've never told anyone this, but when our grandma died, I felt kind of like an asshole that I never like cried. Like I never felt like crying the whole time,
Really?
and it's not because I didn't feel bad. It's just logically it doesn't make sense to me. It's just like it doesn't. You don't get anything from crying. And I kind of felt like an asshole for it.
I
But I
at the
kind of
same time,
agree with you, though,
Well,
like in
I
your
mean-
perspective.
Like I cried at first. Like
it's like I never even felt like crying. It's just like
Really?
it just I mean like I was sad the whole time, obviously, but it just doesn't
mean-
feel like logical to me. It's just like
For me, if I'm gonna be honest, I still cry until this day.
I felt really sad. Don't get me
Like,
wrong.
yeah.
And like for me, my grandma meant a lot to me. So like I had like really good connection with her. So it's just it meant a lot to me.
I definitely loved her. It's
Yeah.
not-
So I'm not saying you didn't love her. Well, I'm sure we all loved our grandma.
I mean, were you close to her throughout the
Yeah.
life?
No, yeah, she was staying at my house. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, she stayed at she stayed at everybody's house. She was just like my tia Abuelita Chivita. She used to rotate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
how
for
our
sure.
grandparents
But
did
what I
too.
was saying was
Mhm.
that like I cried at first, but after a while, like I didn't really care anymore. Like I just went numb after that, and like I feel like I just started becoming logical about like why like I didn't even talk to her.
I think it's good to have a balance like that. Like
Yeah, but it's like
See, you didn't talk to her.
yeah, I didn't that, but like you always have a reason. So
yeah,
For me, my reason why is because, like I said, me and my grandma. I guess nobody really see it because nobody's there. But me and my grandma, we just always had a connection. I feel like we would always mess with each other.
yeah.
And then even when
So
she was
always
when she was there cooking, I would just be there with her, just talking to her. While my grandpa's just on the couch. But we messed with my grandpa too.
yeah.
And it's like it was just we had a good time, good memories.
For
And like
sure.
that's the things that meant a lot. And that's why sometimes it's hard for me to think about my grandma because
Nah, man,
it
sucks. It sucks to think about
just
stuff
knowing
like
that she's not here no more. It really hurts.
It does.
It still doesn't feel real sometimes.
Right? It just doesn't feel real.
See, and I guess I don't. This is kind of what I'm talking about, like like logic thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like to me, I feel like when someone is like sad about like someone dying, like to me, I feel like logically that feels selfish. If like I'm not saying you guys are like being selfish,
Mhm.
No,
but like
I know what you
like
mean.
in a way, I feel like what you miss more is like the memory, like the relationship that you had.
Yeah.
It's like you know what I'm saying.
No, yeah, I agree.
Like I feel like a lot of like it's easier to think of it in like terms of like your pet. It's like a lot of times people care more about the relationship than
Mhm.
the actual pet. It's like people would rather like some people not like most people
Okay.
wouldn't, but some people would rather like let their dog like suffer just so they can keep their dogs, just so because they care more about owning the pet, like the relationship than the actual.
It's the actual
Dog.
dog, yeah.
And that's not everyone, obviously. Some people actually, like, a lot of people, honestly, there's like a lot of owners that'll be like, all right, whatever, I'd rather put him out of his misery. So that's actually caring about the dog. And,
Yeah.
it's a tough
It's
decision,
hard. It's so
but if you really care, you gotta make those tough decisions sometimes.
that's what they had to do with what is called I think it's Cody or Shaggy.
You had to do that with
Yeah,
Scooby.
You had to do that with Scooby too.
I had to do that with Scooby
Shaggy?
because Scooby,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, either or, because they had to put her down. And honestly, that's
And
really
that's
sad.
crazy,
It's
but-
like, I can't do that. I mean, I can. I'm gonna have to, but like it just
See,
sucks.
that's the thing about humanity. I feel like it just highlights how much we're meant to be, like a social creatures. Like how some people are.
we need to get
Work
these
together.
animals also like and just make them a part of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Animals.
yeah,
Dude,
because
tell me why. Yesterday when I was just like when you know how we were gonna move stuff out of Headless apartment.
yeah,
So when I was sorry, but when I was I can't speak. When I went there and I was in the car just waiting for him, I saw like birds just on the grass, just moving around looking for food. And I was like, it looks so pretty. Honestly, it was just relaxing. You just hear the birds chirping, just see them jumping. One of them was just looking at me, and he just jumps and he just walks around. And then next thing you know, you just see a squirrel just pass by. I'm like, yo.
Just appreciating
yeah,
nature, man.
Yeah, and then it just goes away, and I'm like, yeah, that was so.
but that's
nice.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying a human started to feel that, and then they were like, okay, I want to keep this creature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like,
that's why.
that's how pets started, I guess. Like,
Yes,
they felt like this.
they're like, I want to keep this creature because like you said, we're social creatures.
Yeah.
So we just automatically want to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing things into like our
Just bring them into the family.
yeah.
But you have to have a good culture for it to be actually successful.
What do you mean?
Culture?
Yeah, no, I know what you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. Like, what?
Culture? What culture?
Culture. I mean, like you know how you said like, sorry, but you know how you were saying about like the whole animals and like bringing us like socially.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for it to actually go good and like for everything to go well for like the animals and for like you.
Depends on the culture.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could have a pet turtle in Mexico and have a pet turtle in the United
Yeah,
States.
I mean,
I don't think
the idea is the same. I feel like the point is like
someone in Asia could
it's
have
just
a
like a
pet
natural,
turtle.
like it's just like a
They'll take
natural
care of it
thing
the
for
same
humans
way.
to like want pets. It's like the naturally
It's just something
natural
inside of
desire.
us.
It's like a natural desire to like
Yeah.
to love, I guess, other creatures.
But is it selfish though?
Oh,
Is it
okay.
selfish to want a pet?
I thought it was whole.
Is it-
thing.
Well, that's what to a certain extent. Yeah, I feel like.
I mean,
It is, yeah.
but like at that point, you're asking, is it selfish to love? Like that's
Well, no, because there's a difference.
Uh-huh.
You could love your pet, but the fact that you want to keep it as your own pet and like own it, that's the part that makes it
but
selfish.
you're allowed to miss that relationship.
It's like slavery, kind of.
Because you're allowed to miss that relationship without being selfish. Because
Well,
like,
I'm not saying like it makes you like really selfish, but it's like
Yeah.
there's like a little sliver of like of selfishness in there.
I mean, but what do you mean by that? Like,
Because like at the end of the day, what you really miss the most
Mhm.
is the relationship that
Mhm.
you had with them.
Yeah,
Because if it wasn't your dog, you wouldn't miss them.
but the thing is, like,
You only miss them because they were
if
yours.
it's a person, that person also felt something towards you, though.
Yeah,
So, like,
it's mutual.
Yeah.
That doesn't change it.
I mean, I guess.
I see.
Because you're just appreciating the relationship because it benefited you.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you had a positive
With the pet.
relationship with them.
Yeah.
but
Or with the person.
With either way.
This is what he was talking about. He talks logical, and I see what you mean.
See,
though. I
like
see-
I'm not saying it
I-
to be an asshole.
Yeah,
either.
I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Now,
I'm
though.
just
I see.
trying to
I,
understand
because
what
I
you
see the
mean.
point of
It makes
what
you appreciate more the relationship
I
too, though, at the
completely
same
understand what he
time.
means.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
if you understand that, I feel like it really does make you appreciate it more.
like,
Because it makes, at least personally, because I started thinking about that as in my relationships, and it made me question, like, am I actually loving this person for them,
yeah, like,
or am I just like sometimes, like with my mom, am I loving my mom because she's there to help me whenever I need her, or am I gonna love her as a human being?
yeah, am I
And
appreciating her?
am I gonna like support her
Can I
whatever she
interrupt?
wants to do, like to be happy?
There's like this thing that I do where I just have I have my grandma, I have my mom, I have my dad. They're all in different countries. You know what I'm saying? My mom's in Puerto Rico, my dad's in Mexico, my grandma, who's my dad's mom, is in Mexico. And I mean, I call them all the time. And my grandma will tell me all the time, she's like, oh, out of all your cousins, the one that I have the most conversation with is you. You're the one that calls me all the time to check up on me and this and that. And I just think of it like, I'm trying to appreciate the person while I still have them here, because at the end of the day, like, if my mom or my dad or my grandma or anyone were to die, like, I don't want to have that shit in my conscience, that I didn't check up on them, that I didn't care about them, because sometimes I feel like there was this funeral that I went to of this guy of one of our cousins who got killed in Bethesda. You guys could look at it in the news. He was put in a trash bag and just left on the side of the street in Bethesda back in 2019. Next thing you know, we got a bunch of the family going to the funeral and la la la, and I'm just like, I get up on the podium and I talk to these people and I'm like, where were y'all at when he was alive?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I had no fear to say it because I'm like, I was his friend. Like, he was my cousin, but I would call him, you know what I'm saying? I'd check up on him. I'd be like, yo, Panchito, how are you? Next thing you know, like, he's dead. And then I'd go to his funeral. A bunch of these people are there. And like, yeah, he had a good amount of them that did hang out with him, but a lot of them that never even bothered to probably call him, or on top of that, just talk about the way he lived. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, I'm not there to judge them for doing that. I'm just saying, like, I think we should be real about that type of stuff. If you guys all understand what I mean.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So we got another guest coming in. His name is Rogelio. We will make some room for him.
Yeah. He could join the conversation. You leaving him?
No, you stay, Emily. You're leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're replacing our other guest, Emily, with my brother,
Yeah.
Rogelio. They're both my siblings. Yeah, both siblings.
Sibling swap.
Sibling swap. Awkward sibling hug. Awkward sibling hug.
On camera. Say.
Okay.
They're hugging each other.
All right. Hey, go ahead.
All right.
Get over here. Over here.
All right, let's thank Emily for coming over here. Give her a nice little round of applause. Things are happening.
Thank you for coming.
Definitely provided some insightful points.
Absolutely.
Any of y'all have a lighter?
Nah.
My man's. I just got here, but I'll be back.
All right, but we can continue while he's going.
Yeah, so what were we saying? Yeah, but it's just all about checking up on the people
Yeah.
while they're around.
That goes back to that relationship.
Yeah,
shit.
we could like move back.
Oh, yeah,
again,
scoot back
split up a
over.
little bit because
Yeah, we didn't have to scoot over since
we
Emily
didn't
was
have to scoot
leaving.
over anymore. Like, and I feel a little claustrophobic.
But yeah, I guess that kind of goes back to like the relationship thing that I was talking about. Like, it does make you appreciate the relationships more if you think about it that way. Because like how Diego was saying, sometimes you wanna give that person, the time. It's not always gonna be about you. It's like you wanna give that person your time. Because you hang out with them, sometimes they need a friend.
If honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I never really thought of it like that. So honestly, I feel like that could be helping other people right now. Because me personally, now that you're talking about that, I'm starting to realize that more and other things that I could probably work on myself. So I'm actually glad that we're actually talking about that. I'm glad that you
I
brought
like
that
getting
up.
into conversations
so
where it makes you think.
because
It applies
I
to
never
like different
like
aspects of life too.
sometimes it's just that it's things that you never think of, and like you saying things, it comes out and it's just like, all right, you're right. You apply it to things that you might might help you out.
That's personally why I like hearing different people's perspectives, because you always learn different things. But I like listening to different types of podcasts and shit, and you always learn new things, even if it's from someone you wouldn't expect. It can be like a random skater, and you'll learn like some deep philosophical thing from
For
them.
sure.
Like you're not even expecting it, but it's just like sometimes people just lay knowledge on
I've been
you.
totally surprised by some of the things that I've heard on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, they get into some deep topics.
No.
You good? Yeah, but that's more like
Marvin.
don't want to say it because I guess we'll just mess it up on the.
All right, we don't have to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyways, what were we saying?
But yeah, I think it's good to have a balance too. Like we're talking about like thinking logically, but I think it's good to have a balance of emotion too. I think for sure you want to be able to think emotionally too. Sometimes you want to be considerate of other people's feelings and shit. So not just because you want to like not hurt their feelings, but I feel like a lot of times that affects the way they think of you too.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why
I'll be right back.
when you're gonna tell someone something, I feel like you gotta watch how you come off with. A lot of people is even though you might mean it in a nicer way, doesn't mean doesn't depending on the way you say it, your tone, you can come off like a dick, but you can mean it like in a nice way.
Exactly, that's my problem.
And that's what
bro.
I'm saying. But like sometimes you gotta like watch how you're saying it. Like if you said it, you're like, what did I do? Go back and be like, how did I say it? And be like, oh, if I say I think I said it too like I said it maybe too loud or maybe I came off too hard.
Sometimes
Maybe you
it's
have
the words you
to
use,
maybe
too.
exactly maybe it's the words you use too, and those little things help. But sometimes like if you hasn't like if this is going a little bit off now, but like let's say if you got like into an argument, or if you're like, this is what happens.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But I lose train of thought.
Keep going.
I try, but I just
You get too nervous. I feel like
I do.
that's straight. It's straight. You're gonna get used to it. That's the point. That's the point of the podcast.
That's the beauty of it.
That's what you're
We're
saying.
learning to have patience and to just keep moving forward on the conversation
I mean,
that we're
that's
having.
that's what you were saying earlier too, right? Like about the podcast, like it helps.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It does. I
Just
feel
breathe
like
in and breathe out.
I feel like after a few episodes, you'll be speaking fluently. You'll be saying everything, whatever's on your mind. So
That's my goal. That's what I'm saying. I'm using this to help me out, help me improve with myself too.
nah, it's
Self improvement.
Come on.
Go ahead, yeah.
That's legal.
Okay, so we got Rogelio back.
Hello, guys.
All
Hello.
right. But yeah. I think that's one thing that I kind of agree with. I don't agree with a lot of things, but there's one thing that I agree with the Freemasons, and it's
Freemason.
you can learn a lot of things from learning from different
Source, that is true.
learning different things will teach you so much.
Man, speaking of the Freemasons, I was learning all about that stuff back in 2010 when I was just
Bro, I
like
used-
15
yeah,
years old, just digging deep into that shit. I can guarantee you that probably hundreds of followers probably seen that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Freemason shit. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's a big
Illuminati
topic.
when they were like talking about they had like the picture of the devil and God arm wrestling and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
if you scroll, you go for the yeah.
Yeah.
They really clickbaited that shit.
Man, I remember that kind of stuff, man. They'd be advertising the Starbucks logo, saying that was demonic. You know, all kinds of the Ram logo was supposed to be
Yeah,
like a vagina.
people go crazy with that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Now
Yeah.
that I think about it,
I
yeah,
feel like
you're
people
right.
exaggerate some of those. Like,
Of course they do. Of course.
they just trying to like come up with something new to add to it.
I mean, but it makes sense to like a certain degree.
yeah, no,
But you know, it's not like
and there are theories where it's like some people think that it's like some of the like more ridiculous ones are made up just to like throw people off. So you throw some fake ones in there, and then everyone just thinks they're all fake, you know.
yeah.
So you throw some like ridiculous shit, like the reptile people, like that conspiracy theory. So everyone knows that's some made up bullshit. It's like
But you
these
never know.
reptile people.
You never
You
know.
never know,
And
though.
you know, normal people hear that and they're like, that's some crazy conspiracy theory.
With all the things that go on in this planet, you can't be surprised by anything.
Nah, I'm hit. But you never know. It could be possible. But most people hear that and they think that sounds ridiculous, and then they just associate all conspiracy theorists with people that think crazy things like that. But then there's actual conspiracy theorists that talk about stuff like like Project Harp or you guys heard of Project Harp?
I haven't.
Nah, what's that?
It's like a government. I mean, it's pretty known now, but it's like a government experiment that they use to control the weather.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
a
yeah,
weapon.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
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 And it's like an
That's
actual.
what it's called.
Yeah,
Project Heart.
yeah, Harp.
Or
Isn't
Heart.
it like this big machine and
Ooh.
stuff, like generates clouds and
Yeah.
things like that?
Yeah, I think
Sends
it's
it
in
off
Alaska.
into the air.
Dude,
Yeah, it's like a real thing though.
Kodak actually had a song like you mentioned that shit like so like gonna be controlling the weather and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I want it to snow today. So like just make it'd be warm, be 80 degrees, and then the next day it'll be freezing and it's snowing for some reason. Well, at least here where we live, it's crazy.
Here where we
Yeah.
live in
Such
uh,
bipolarness. It's crazy. 1 week is nice and warm, next week is cold.
one day it's nice and cold and then the
The
other
next
day.
day it's snowing.
What
Like,
I'm saying,
the
yo.
next thing you know, look,
It's crazy.
Oh no,
I died.
Well, I mean, keep going.
Well, we could just do audio podcast for
yeah.
now. It's straight. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just getting started. We don't have to have a video at first. No one's gonna watch this shit anyways. We're gonna have like 2-3 views.
hey,
Hey, this is how it starts, bro.
Nah, we do need to
That's
use that
like
video though.
it's like dominoes.
I'm saying I'm not tripping about it. It's just the first episode.
Nah,
Yeah,
for that,
right.
for that, for that.
So we definitely gonna have video for sure. But
all right. So back to what you're saying, though.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. Like what happened was it was raining, and then it was nice out the weather. Like it's right now. It's like it's March.
Yeah,
Last
that's
month,
crazy.
yeah, like last month, like February, like 25th or whatever. It rained. It was nice weather, and the next thing you know, it started to snow. Like it was like I was like that does not make sense.
It
That
was
was like-
December and it felt like it was like fall.
Yeah, it got
so-
warm as shit out of nowhere.
Yeah, like it was like, is it spring already? No, it's still what the
We
it's still
skip
December,
winter.
yo.
It's like,
Damn.
It snowed on my birthday
That's some
before.
good shit.
That says something too. That sounds like March.
I've had warm birthdays too.
I mean, and my birthday's
must
in
be nice.
February.
It
I've
must
had
be
some
nice.
warm birthdays.
Back in the day, it used to snow in November.
Yeah,
Right?
know.
That's when it
November
would
and
start.
December. That's
Yeah,
what
like
the
April.
blizzards.
There were days that it would
cold.
snow in April, late April too.
Yeah, it would still be snowing by April.
We had, like, the
I
big-
think there
we
was
had that
one time that
blizzard
it like
happened.
snowed in May.
Yeah, that was a couple years back. I remember that.
That's crazy.
And we had that tornado too that happened.
Do you guys remember the solar eclipse?
Mhm.
Yeah,
The one that happened back in 2015?
I think,
Yeah, but I didn't get to
remember,
see
but
it
I
like
didn't get
that.
to see it because like we need to have like a special like box you can make.
Well, not even glasses.
like-
Glasses.
There was one where that you
Exactly.
could probably remember when we were younger, where the whole fuck like it was just
we had glasses for us.
no.
With
Like I'm
some-
saying, when we were
Yeah.
younger, like younger than that, like when we were kids, there was a time that happened too, back in like 2003, 2004, something like that.
That was in third.
I was living in Sterling, and the day just turned dark. I thought it was like I was like, Mom, why did it turn night?
Yo, that shit's crazy.
But it was like I didn't comprehend it at the time. I
Yo,
was
like
just
I
a
don't,
kid.
I don't
you know?
even blame ancient societies for thinking the world was ending. Like people
Right.
used to think the world was ending when that shit.
Nah,
happened.
for sure. Like
So I
they
don't
did
even blame
crazy
y'all.
stuff, man.
So what the fuck?
There's so
got
many
dark, bro.
phenomenons
Yeah,
on
I'll be,
this
I'll be
earth
panicking too.
that are just mind blowing. Like the aurora
That's
borealis.
just straight up
It was
black.
all candles and shit. And then it's like,
Shoot.
yo, what the? You're trying some candles, bro. It's dark. I'm taking a shit in here, bro. Like,
So yo, we got instant night.
yo, I swear it was a nap.
You wake up, for that be terrifying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine that.
You
You're like,
take a nap in the morning.
I told her to wake me up in 5 minutes, bro. What happened? Some royalty in my eyes. Yeah, sir, they gotta talk to me.
For sure. But I mean, just think about the damn Northern Lights, though. How fucking crazy that is that we have that on our planet.
Yeah, man.
That-
There's some crazy natural phenomenon.
Like we can see that it doesn't kill us to see it. You know, like it's free to see it. Like
Bro,
it's
like
just
the
a
pyramids, how
natural
they used to be.
thing. Like
Like even the technology nowadays still can't even like perfect it.
I would say just the sky.
It's crazy.
honestly.
and it's crazy because the pyramids are not.
Yeah, like-
you know, they had like this that what was it? Like the way they had it, they had like a layer on top of the pyramids.
Like basically everything had to be precise. They said if anything was off by like I think a quarter inch.
They looked very
Yeah.
different though. They had like this
Yeah,
outer
like,
shell,
Everything had
was,
to be,
collapsed.
you know, and
Not even
then
collapse. They would have just all
the outer shell,
Apparently
like,
it produces energy.
does. It's like,
Like it
with
takes all the Earth's energy. and
because it was
Yeah.
it was
person
pinpointed
that-
in a precise place that it could do that.
is it sandstone or
there's a-
limestone? Is it
is it
limestone?
supposed to be a precise
It's
place or could it be
limestone.
It's a
Anyway.
precise place. It was like this. It's a phenomenon again. Like it's
nah,
they
it is
put it in a
precise.
precise place in Africa. Those pyramids for that
Damn.
exact reason.
It's in Egypt.
So and it was literally precise.
So,
Like it had to be there.
It was perfect.
That's
Everything that they
crazy.
did in those pyramids was perfect.
Because it's not
The
even- it's-
location.
I mean, if you
everything.
think about it, it's not
Well,
even
what
just
about
in
the
Egypt
location, though?
because there's some pyramids. in other
The way
places,
like
too.
it was supposed to
Right.
like
It's
align with the
all throughout
sun or
the
something
world.
like that.
But those are the biggest ones, right?
Like
Yeah.
one was supposed to
Or
align
most
with the
known.
sun, one was
Yeah.
supposed to align with the
Because I mean,
moon.
the Aztec pyramids.
You know, one was
we got
supposed to align
Aztec
with
pyramids,
another
too.
thing.
Right.
What?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We got
Yeah.
pyramids in Aztec. We got the Aztec pyramids. We got Mayan pyramids. It's like yeah, that shit wasn't exclusive to Egypt.
It's just
That's true.
crazy, yo.
That is true. Because we do have some in Mexico and all that.
Yeah,
Even
dude.
in Peru and all.
I mean, but back
Dude,
then
imagine how
there
heavy
was
that-
it's
how
known that there
heavy
was
bro.
travel.
How the,
Yeah.
like, it's crazy how they were even able to like move
I
on.
feel like
those
just
blocks.
because it could be
That's what I'm
waves.
saying. I feel like we had like a advanced civilization. back
People used to
then.
travel
Either
back
that
then.
or back then everybody was like Hulks, bro. Like
Well, the theory.
maybe we got weak.
To be honest, the
The
most
technology made
believable
life
theory for
easier.
that is that they made them like that. Like they didn't carry the stone. Like they would make the stone there, like in like as they're building this pyramid. That's like one of the theories. That makes sense, to be honest.
Man, that sucks. 'Cause
That's
if we
still a
had
lot of
advanced
work.
technology
That's
back
still a
then,
lot of
what
work,
happened?
though.
Like, you know,
That's still a fuck
Dude,
ton of work.
there's
That is a
evidence
lot of
that there were
work.
Mayans in Florida.
Doing all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like they could have.
They
You
found
don't think they
remains
had
of
any like
Mayans in
tools or
Georgia
any
and
like
stuff
things to
like
like
that.
lift that?
I mean, maybe like camels, maybe like you have a couple, but like still, it's like that's heavy. Those are
it's like
big ass
tons,
blocks.
right?
Is what?
How much does it weigh?
How much is what way?
Like one of those like blocks.
Well, that's what I'm
Limestone
saying.
blocks.
They don't carry them. They would make it there.
Yo, make it there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that's one of
Oh,
the theories.
shit.
Is like they would just
Okay.
make the blocks there.
Yeah, that would be the only way.
Yeah, that's
like
the,
frame it up with wood and then
That would
just
be the
pour it
only
in.
way,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's one of the theories. That makes the most sense. to
Had
be honest.
ladders to be able to do this shit. They kind of made
That makes-
scaffolding,
that
I
does
guess,
make
back
sense.
in the
Yeah.
day.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Had their own kind of scaffolding and stuff
That's
like
why they
that.
couldn't be off any measurement.
Yeah, you gotta make that shit precise, like on
Because
top.
the one, yeah, okay, yeah, I can believe that.
I can
'Cause,
see
mean,
that.
That's how
to be honest.
foundations are made for houses.
Yeah. I mean, how else would they make it?
I feel like they just made a
Shit,
foundation over
you
a
know?
foundation over
It's
a
like how
foundation.
like you could like
Literally
you
frame
say
it
you
up,
can't
bro,
fucking
pour
carry
it
that
in.
shit.
Can we destroy it? See what happens.
Unless there's theories and there's actually mentions in the Bible about it. Some people think that giants used to exist.
Oh.
There's actually like people like
Well, there's
Yeah,
those dug
Bible
up
mentions
graves
it.
that you be seeing on the Google images,
yeah.
which who knows or how legitimate
Imagine
Maybe
that
those
if
that's
are.
giants
but-
were existed, were dinosaurs insects to them?
I mean, I wonder how tall
pets,
David
yeah.
or Goliath was
Yeah,
supposed to.
yeah, 'cause that's one of the giants. in the Bible, Goliath, from David and Goliath.
Oh yeah.
I mean, was that just a 7-foot man that they were just like, holy shit?
No, he was an actual giant. That's where, damn, that's crazy. I don't know. I feel like we would have to look into that.
Right, more deep into that.
I'm actually curious. I don't, because he's actually supposed to be like an actual giant.
What do you think would happen
You know-
if you destroy a pyramid?
Speaking of like old times, like
yeah, like what do you think would happen if we like someone destroyed like a pyramid or anything off of it?
Do you mean like
what?
to the earth or like to you? 'Cause you get thrown in jail for sure.
Like the earth, like whatever, like everybody, like we all decide to like.
Well,
like-
it would be
just
pretty
like the
catastrophic
repercussions,
to
yeah.
Egypt to lose one of those pyramids.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah.
it definitely hurt their tourism because they get a lot of tourism because of that.
But what do you think's inside? Like, what do you think
Tombs.
anything? Do you think anything would actually happen though?
You get cursed by a mummy that's inside. 'Cause remember they used to put mummies inside of the pyramids as
Mm.
tombs.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like mummies' curses can be real.
You know, for all the dinosaurs that we know as of how they look, apparently they said that there's some chance of them not even like
Looking how they
looking
look.
how they are.
Yeah.
They think they
said
look
it's
like chickens.
feathers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like
feathers,
chickens.
Yeah, that's why like
Big
they
ass
say that's why
chicken.
the rooster and chicken are like distant cousins of the T-Rex.
That's pretty cool.
Apparently, and then, you know, like maybe because that's how they were back then. Like,
Makes sense because if they have the small arms, that could be the feather, like the whole thing else. Everything else could be like. feathers.
I mean, if you think about it, the
That's
T-Rex
more.
was just a big ass chicken
Yeah.
that ate other chickens.
No, but
Yeah.
it had fucking teeth.
I'm saying
I mean,
Yeah,
if
they
you
were
look
more
at their
savage.
feet, they got the exact same feet too.
it was a big ass chicken.
It's crazy though. And then like even if what they find out and what they think
Have
it
you?
is,
They put
it might even not be the right bone for them.
they
They're
put
just assuming.
dinosaur tails on chickens, and when they walked, it looked just like how a dinosaur would walk.
What
Whoa.
they actually like measured it and put it on there?
I
Is there-
mean,
is, there a
Yeah, they
video,
put-
is there a video for that?
Yeah, I can pull it up. I think.
oh, true.
Oh well.
So we need to get the actual setup. So we can,
Going back to the pyramid thing, because I know I heard it's illegal to I think to even bring a drone in there and just trying to like record anything in the
What's illegal?
you're not, I don't think you're allowed to go in.
you're not allowed to go in or do anything.
Well, you can't go inside of it at all.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
there's
there's
booby
traps.
traps.
There's
There's booby
booby
traps
traps.
it's
too.
like Area
So it's, I
51
feel like,
type shit.
There's booby traps.
yeah, it's
too,
booby traps. I don't think it's so much like that they're secrets. I think it's just for like they don't want to get
Safety.
For
lawsuit.
safety.
Yeah.
So you get fucking sued.
But
See,
you
look.
can't do the drone either.
Why, but that makes no sense. Why not use drones? Because that make it easier or safer.
I think most tourist areas are like drone. Don't have drone.
Mm.
There's like drone. No fly zones.
See,
Yo,
how it
that's
looks like a T-Rex.
crazy. Yo, he definitely walks just like a T-Rex, bro. Like the other one.
It was a real fucking experiment.
Oh, but if that's the tail.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's a regular chicken, and then the other one's the experiment.
And there's our dino chicken.
Yo, that's crazy though.
I mean, they're pretty close. Like if you see their arms, like
The way it walks, like just
Like
the way
if
it
you would
moves and
expect,
walks.
if you would see a T-Rex walking, that's how it would walk. Would be like,
that is true. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, have you guys seen like the like baby chickens, like when they don't have feathers, they're like their arms look like T-Rex arms too.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah,
They got like the little T-Rex on it. I mean, their wings, I guess.
that's the feathers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
that's
makes it
T-Rex
look like that.
were probably bigger than it, but just
I mean,
We just gotta appreciate these small shit now, cause like chickens are vicious, bro. They come and attack you, bro. If you feel they feel threatened, they'll come and kill you.
yeah.
What do you guys think came
They
first,
can.
birds or bats?
Birds or bats, which is worse?
No, what do you think
Birds
came first?
Birds or
Evolution
bats?
wise, I'm guessing.
I think bats came first.
I could see that.
But from what?
No, but I don't
From
know. That's so
pterodactyls?
weird.
Mice.
Just
They're
any,
rodents.
like,
They're
just any
considered
avian,
rodents.
They consider rodents?
Yeah.
anything that's avian
okay,
of the avian
So a
family.
little
So
rat
we-
with wings.
really.
Pretty much. That's what a bat is. It's just like a rat with wings.
Oh shit.
But what gave it wings? Though?
Bats are gross,
Like
though.
how? So,
but no, let's go back to what I was saying. Though. What was it? What do you think came first, though?
There's
so
ones that
why do
only
we
like
call them
con-
bats if they're rats?
Well, I mean,
Herbivores and there's-
they are their own species. They're not like literally rats.
They didn't descend from rats.
Yeah. Oh,
So
did they? I don't know.
they didn't split from rats. They're not related to rats at all.
They're rodents, aren't they?
No.
I was thinking
They're,
about pterodactyl size.
I think they're marsupials or some shit like
What the
that.
fuck? What's marsupial?
I mean, that's the
Because they have pouches, I think,
Yeah.
too, don't they? Some of them
So kangaroos, like?
that carry
Oh,
other bats in
facts.
them.
Oh.
Do they really?
Yeah, I think some bats carry bats inside of their little pouches.
All I know is this dude.
I'm not sure,
So
though.
some of them just grab onto them.
Don't take my word for it. Just
This is one
That's
video
this
of a
whole
bat
podcast.
by being
Don't take my word
bro,
for
like,
this.
probably like 3 feet
That's gonna
tall.
be a
That
catchphrase.
shit crazy.
Don't take respectfully.
No.
What?
what family
No,
do
what's
bats
it called?
classify
There was
as?
a bat that I saw a video that's like looks like 3 feet tall.
3 feet tall.
Yeah, like
Oh, I think
I was like, bro, that
that
shit huge as fuck. What the fuck? Hell no.
It's like a little toddler.
Basically, with wig, like
Is it like the one that's
wings
claiming?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like huge. I'm just like, bro.
They're
I
from
mean,
like
all that,
they're
dude, I'll be creeped the fuck
from
out.
the
bro.
micro
From a distance, it looks
Chiropetra
small. It gets
family.
bigger. I'm gonna bat hit him like a pinata, bro.
Get some
Knock it
kitty.
down.
Get it.
Microchirotera. Bat is the common name of this remarkable animal, while Chirotera is its scientific name. The bat has a classification of Mammalia, and it is in the Microchirotera family.
Pterodactyl.
Rats are not no, but bats are not rodents though.
True.
Information.
So that's what we fact checked.
Yeah. Well, it's called
But they weren't marsupials either.
We
Guys.
know. Oh, are they not?
I mean, the only time I've actually really seen bats was when it was in Mexico when we were in Chihuahua. We were at the
They
park.
live in the
We were,
house.
we were at the park and then we're trying to do the ant farm. If you drop the football,
that
you have to
game.
you have to
Remember
put
that
5
game?
seconds. You put your hand 5 seconds. In.
You got to put your fist in.
Juggle the ball.
Yeah, no, it was,
That's
I think
football. We were playing
We're just
football.
throwing.
Oh.
We were
Yeah,
just tossing the
you're right.
football
That's where we
next-
saw the bats too. There, but
It's
I mean,
so-
you probably seen
I've
bats a
never-
lot. You
yeah,
just
you
don't know
probably-
that they're bats.
probably.
Let's-
There's
let's
like
ex-
so many really.
Let's explain the game to the audience. So, I mean, it's not really that much. We're basically just playing catch with a football.
we're trying to fuck each
And
other.
it
over,
was
though.
like it was like tips, right? Basically, but like with football.
Yeah.
And basically it was getting dark, to be honest, because the sun was setting, so that's what made it more hard, to be honest. Whoever dropped the ball, and we were trying to make it hard, like Yvonne said. We're throwing it as hard as we can. Whoever dropped the ball would have to, I think, was it 5 or 10 seconds?
I think it was
Sometime.
either or.
The point is, we'd have to put our fist into a fire ant hill that was nearby. And we just hold it there for like 5 seconds.
Oh man.
And every time they'd be more pissed.
And the thing is too, that we'll still get like bit on our feet because they will come in like
Yeah, they were getting mad.
Yeah, they were getting mad. They
You start crawling up your pants and
The
shit.
ones in Puerto Rico, bro, those were vicious, dude.
Yeah, even if you
Yeah,
did,
they'd bite you when you didn't even know they
they're
were on
still
top of
hitting-
you.
they're still
Good.
fucking-
I remember we had to come home, take shower, make sure
right.
to make sure we didn't have those.
Those thing bit.
This shit's done.
Yeah, but those
Dude,
are
this
good
shit-
times. Those are good times.
Oh my
We used to play a lot of violent games when we were kids.
I don't know what it is, but that shit makes it more fun. It's like just knowing there's consequences if you lose.
Nowadays, kids are too soft.
So knowing there's consequences if you lose, it really
Kids.
makes you want to not lose. It makes it real. It makes it real.
It really does.
It
You're
really
like,
does.
fuck that. I want to do that shit again.
Now it's all about virtual reality.
It's like
So I'm make sure I catch that
from
next
not
time.
trying to like, yo, it's life and death.
You
hit
become
like
one of
shit.
those tryhards in PE.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna be first place.
It gets real.
I was not the try hard in PE.
No, me neither,
I
bro.
was.
Especially with
so
asthma.
wrong.
I said, fuck that. Y'all
Okay,
get that.
running wise, I don't know.
When it came to the mile, I was just that one fat kid in the back walking.
For me, I was more of a competitive athlete. I'm more of a competitive athlete, so I try to always do my best in at least sports. Anything else, fuck that. But sports, 100%. No, I say video games, so like Cupheads. Dude, over time you start to figure out, but it's just hard.
Well,
That
Cuphead?
shit, yeah, that shit gets hard, but like
I mean, yeah.
you get to like
It's
remember
fun.
every little strategy just to go back, and then there you go, you beat it.
The hard part, I feel like, is the fact that you could be doing perfectly the whole game, and then just at the end, if there's like this one part at like the last phase, and
You
it
just
just
lose all your life there.
everything, you just lose everything right there in the last phase.
It sucks, but it makes it fun.
It really
Yeah,
does.
it does make it
Because
fun.
then, like, basically, like when you
It makes
beat
it so much
beat
more
the-
rewarding.
when you beat the level is already
Really does.
itself just by beating it. But then when you when you need to avoid stuff, it's more of a challenge. It's like a second level. It's like, oh shit, you start memorizing it, and then you're like, oh, you start like finessing it.
Yeah, you're like,
But then it's so upsetting when, like you said, that one enemy that hits you at the end. Like what? Like this? Usually it's homing missiles.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, I dodged it. This man's like,
Ooh,
you
comes
stop,
back,
Comes
bro.
back, yeah.
Comes back and hits you like, and you just like, bro.
Or you get cornered by
yeah,
them.
exactly. You just
Well-
don't know what to do because in Cupheads you only got like one specific one you can hit and survive. The other ones you can't hit them.
The pink, they have to be
You're
pink,
done.
right?
Exactly.
And the thing is that sucks too is that if you get killed, you go all the way to the final, and then you get killed, and you gotta go through all that again, and be like, you already go through everything like how you already memorize it, and then you go to the boss, and you like you said, you get fucked, and you gotta go through all
I've
that
yet to
again.
play this game.
Yeah,
Another
but play
another
Cuphead.
one
That's
that,
a good game. I
that
recommend it.
upsets
It is a
me.
really good game.
The other one that upsets me is when you're just going through, and it's your own mistakes that messes you up. You're like, oh my god, like
Yeah,
how did I-
it's like a
yeah,
chain, it's like a
yeah,
chain too.
or you're like, I swear I pressed A, I jumped, boy. What you mean?
Bro, and then it's like a chain too. It's like you try to dodge, but you accidentally dashed.
Yeah.
So now you fucking dashed into another attack.
Yeah,
You're like,
fuck.
I did this shit to myself. I can't even blame anyone.
right.
Have you guys seen the show
Yeah.
at all?
Nah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen
Yeah,
a couple
but
shows.
high
Pretty
key,
good. Good
what,
game.
what I like about it too is like it makes it really fun to play with other people because trying to save each
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
that makes it
Yeah.
really fun. Like you
Yo, I
constantly.
died. It's just like, oh, dodge,
shit.
dodge, dodge.
Dodge.
Yeah, like, you can have
Oh.
infinite lives if you're good
Right.
enough.
Can I ask you guys a question? How far do you guys think that we're gonna take this whole virtual reality stuff?
Like
Especially with
metaverse.
all this, metaverse
don't know.
happening, and you know
Well,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
Do you guys think that that's the future of gaming,
Bro,
or do you
it's-
guys
It could
think
be. I mean,
that
I-
there's
I
going to be
enjoy
some
it.
other kind of thing that's better than that?
I think
know.
it's gonna go beyond gaming. I think it's gonna become like some Matrix type shit. Like it's not just gonna be for
some
gaming
sort of.
anymore.
You think so?
online.
I mean,
feel
we
like
already
right-
have the
right-
Oculus. You
That's
know?
Yeah.
that's what the point of metaverse is. I feel
But
like
right now they haven't been pushing it as like he's been trying to push it, but like the way he's
they're
been
broke
coming
as shit
off.
right now. They're losing so much money.
Yeah, but the way they became coming off of it, it just they lost customers, especially from the Super Bowl. The commercial they had. Did you see the commercial they had?
I didn't see.
What?
That shit. It was like so. You know the Five Nights at Freddy's. They had like the.
I seen the commercial.
yeah.
I saw that
Yeah.
commercial.
What do you
Where they
think?
like tied him up and then they like throw him like
Away.
throw him
Yeah.
away and yeah.
They show a story of the whole. What?
Then he goes to the
what are they
metaverse
called?
and he sees his friends
Like
and
Five Nights at
from the
Freddy's,
band.
What?
the
Finance of Reddy's.
yeah the robot. There's a specific name for-
Animatronic.
animatronics. It's an animatronic. He gets thrown away, and once he gets thrown away, it just shows his life where he goes, and like someone else like, oh, they're gonna squish him, and they're like, oh, stop, like I can take that from you, and then after that they put him in like in a museum, whatever, and after that, I think it was for like Oculus, and then they put the Oculus on it, like a little kid, he has the Oculus on, and then he puts it on the like.
It was just really depressing.
Yeah,
Animatronic.
Really
Animatronic,
depressing.
and then he shows the world that he's just looking around. So then later at night, when it's closed, he's on it with his friends that were like thrown out too, and like they're just all playing back on the where they used to play, and they're just playing on.
Your friends became losers, so you could become a loser with them
It's
here
just-
in the metaverse.
It's so it's so depressing. And it's so bad that I'm telling you. After that commercial, they
Bro,
lost a lot of.
that's dystopian as fuck. That's what it is. I feel like it shows people the reality of like what they're trying to push. So you're gonna become like a lonely dude and you're like by yourself, but you're gonna be in the metaverse thinking you're like hanging out with your
But it
friends.
also shows
Exactly.
you how quick, like, just one mistake you could make with one thing could ruin everything.
Yeah.
I mean, but those are the risks you take to what's it called? Even double or triple the money. If
But
don't-
think of OnlyFans though.
bro,
They
look,
changed their.
if you don't take risks, then you need to take some L's in life to recognize and succeed. You can't just succeed just on luck.
But sometimes you can't go back to it because think of OnlyFans. And OnlyFans, they fucking decided, hey, we're not gonna show porn anymore. We're gonna just make this a
They
whole
went back on
family based thing. Like we're gonna make it about funny video. Nigga, they lost all their things.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
ended
that's
up.
true.
They
They lost
never,
all their people, and then when they were like, "Oh no, never mind, guys, we can't do porn again,"
Yeah.
they were like, you guys
damage was
already
done.
fucked up?
Damage was done. They lost a lot of money.
Oh, I mean, I guess, yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
too
Like,
different
it's
platforms,
just-
no,
though.
but to Rogelio's point, they're still there. They're still going.
They brought
They
it
haven't-
back. So
they
yeah,
they
haven't
took
gone.
that L, so they went back.
Yeah,
But it's
they're
not the
still-
same for them anymore. They lost so much money out of
It's a
that.
risk.
You don't know that. You don't know
That's-
that.
yeah,
They
you
might
don't know
still
how
go
that's-
up
that's-
in the
That's
future.
what Mike
Yeah, they-
Zuckerberg did basically.
Since they still have the potential to build back up
Yeah,
to
sure.
where they were.
But
they took a risk, and then it might backfire now.
Well,
but,
it's
like,
only until that runs out of style.
It's like what happened like with Tesla. They didn't succeed at first, but then like what's it called? It blew up.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It blew up, and then it's one of the best selling electric cars ever.
Shouts out to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, Elon.
Like,
Remember your
that's
boy
the-
Ego.
Like, I'm pretty sure I heard like he's saying like he took a risk and a gamble because he made like PayPal, made money out of that, took that money, gambled it. He was close to like I think maybe bankruptcy, correct? If I'm wrong, I don't know if I'm wrong or not, but he took a gamble and look at that risk that he took, got on this.
For sure.
Like it was like being one of the like richest in the world.
But that's just
Was it
one.
him? I thought it was someone else.
No, he made. I'm pretty sure it was PayPal.
So he went to the casino, betted I think 50,000 on blackjack, won, and then right there took it out, and then went and did his business and did the whole thing.
Oh
It
shit!
helped him. I don't know if
I didn't
it,
know
that's
about
what I'm
that.
saying. I don't know if it was him or it was someone else. I don't know.
I don't know about that, but that's
That's
what I
pretty
saw.
cool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like he was about to go into bankruptcy and everything like that. And like, I saw he didn't. Just,
You only like they
that's
say
how-
you only learn with your mistakes. If you don't, because you're not always gonna know everything. You're not an expert or born expert.
For sure.
So like, with trial and error, you start learning what you did back, and what you did then you messed up. So you find another way to do it, and that way it can make
I mean,
life
that,
easier.
yeah, that's basically what we're getting at with the podcast. To be honest,
Yeah.
that's where we're at. Right
That
now.
doesn't apply for
Trial and
everybody though, because some people never learn.
It applies for everybody.
I mean, that's just
You know,
You
there's-
just- yeah.
Yeah, it applies for
at that
everybody.
point.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Some people never.
It
learn,
does
but
and it
they
doesn't,
have to.
though.
Like,
You know.
it's like you have to eventually learn. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up like.
But
guess in,
I
like,
mean,
in a
well,
cycle.
you got to think about it though. You know, the people that don't learn are no longer either no longer with us, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like either
But I mean, hey, even like in some points, like we just get to.
I still think everybody has the opportunity. If,
no, everyone has the
Eh, eh, eh.
opportunity.
I'm not saying that
No, no.
everyone doesn't have the opportunity.
but I'm saying like I feel like if sometimes if you
See,
really
maybe
have
they have a
hope,
mistake.
if you really have hope, the hope of it, it can always come.
Well, that's what it is. You gotta.
There was this
I feel
dude
like
that
bullying.
I feel like what you're saying, maybe, yeah, I understand you, but that's only I feel like if they're going through, like if they know this path is not successful, but they're determined and stubborn to be on it.
Exactly.
But if you want to stay on that path,
Yeah.
when there's other doors open, but they're not wanting to take those doors open and shutting them themselves out, then that's more on them. But there's always opportunity to grow and mistakes. It's like you're gonna always at some time acknowledge that there's other opportunities that can take that isn't great. It's not great at first, but it's an open door that can lead to successful in longevity terms.
Yeah.
It's not life is not always gonna just give you money right away. It's always you gotta work.
I mean, I'm not even saying that. I want to just give this example real quick of this guy that I know, and his name. His name is not gonna be
we don't
included.
gotta
He's-
blast him.
Yeah, at the end of the day, rest in peace. he was doing great. You know, he came out of doing a long term sentence in jail for, you know, for something that he did, and then next thing you know, he came out and was working at this job doing packaging, and you know, he had it all, man. Like, that guy had it all. Everything about him was great. The way he talked to you, like the way, you know what I'm saying, he carried himself, like he was just a fun, great guy to be around. Like, you know, it was like, hey, when we gonna go shopping for some shoes? Or, hey, you know, when we gonna do this or la la, you know what I'm saying? But and then, like, he took charge when he was like at work. He was a great dude, but at the end of the day, like,
We got 5 minutes.
he was doing all these correct things, but then just one, like, he started making mistakes, and then, like, going back down to this path that was like completely like not the one that he was like
It's like
on before, you know. So next thing you know, like, he makes this mistake and then he gets shot, you know, he gets killed, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that applies for everybody, but, you know, fuck, like, I made that, like, when I was driving and like drunk and I crashed on Route 7 and I like completely destroyed my body, you know, like I'm saying, I had the choice to not drive, but I drove and I did that, you know what I'm saying? But that mistake right there was going to be my last one if I didn't,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, if I didn't survive it.
So kind of like what I guess what Helly was saying is and it kind of ties both together. I was gonna say you're kind of do have to learn, I guess, from your mistakes. Either, you know, at some point you're either gonna have to decide if you whether you want to learn from your mistakes,
For
you want to
sure.
keep doing them, you know, keep falling for the, you know, same mistakes.
For sure.
So, you know, eventually, you know, unfortunately for your friend, you know, you reach the end before you're able to do that. And that's why I feel like it's a good idea to like consciously try to, you know, which, you know, you just said you've been doing, which I congratulate you for. I know it takes a lot of effort. I feel like,
I'm just saying, one mistake, yo, like,
yeah,
and it could be the end of it all, you know
that's
what
why
I'm
you got,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
you really got to be conscious about like trying to not, you know, be falling into like mistakes like that. And like a lot of it, I feel like comes from trying to learn from other people's mistakes, because
Yeah.
you don't always know what mistakes are gonna, you know, fuck you over, but you could try to learn from other people's
That's-
mistakes beforehand.
That's what, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you.
for sure.
For real, like, cause like what you're saying, like that's what they always say. Listen to your elders,
Yeah,
like,
because they
maybe-
know.
because it's not like, oh, you know, my career is different. It's like, yeah, your career is different, but like those
Just
like,
life lessons.
life lessons that, you know, you only experience by living through it.
Yeah, there's
So
something
that's
you
why
just
it's just
gotta
like
experience.
they've been
to
through
know.
it, so they're trying to help you, you know,
Not
avoid
experience
that
it.
problem. But then there's something. So like, if you don't want to listen to that, you're gonna then when you fall for it, be like, damn, like
I should have listened.
this shit.
It's crazy though, because when you're young, it's really hard to listen to
Yeah,
that
because you
shit,
just
you
because
know,
you're tired of like being told what to do.
you just feel
All the time
attacked
when
and
you're a
shit,
kid,
you know.
exactly.
But
So
why?
But
A good
I
reason.
don't
you're not
get
supposed
how.
to. And
I don't-
when
feel
you're
like
young,
that's
you
the
know?
error nowadays.
I
is,
feel like-
you gotta
I
be
just
open
feel like
with
I
it.
have the
That-
different mindset
that's
than a
a
lot
hi-
of
that
people.
highlights
That's the case.
why it's important for parents to talk to their kids and explain why they can't do shit. Like,
Yes, I
like
agree.
you actually have to speak to them like if they're adults. You can't like if your kid wants to like go out like late at nights like with friends, you have to explain like, yo, it's not like it's not safe. You can't just be like, you can't do it because I'm your parent.
Thank you.
They have to
Basically,
understand.
yes.
I
They have
agree
to
with that.
Yes.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
I
Totally
with that.
agree.
I'm not saying that.
And this
Not-
is this
I
is
feel like treat them with
I agree.
respect to earn the respect at the same time.
Yeah, 'cause
even
I-
though
'cause
you're
I-
their parents, you know, there's some kids that do and don't respect.
Because I feel like that's what ends up.
Usually, the more
Yeah,
strict
helps
parent
out.
has a more
Yeah.
rebellious kid.
Yeah, because I feel like that's how you end up
Usually,
raising
yeah.
a kid that would actually, you know, listen to their elders and, you know, is willing to like learn. So they actually understand. You have to help them understand that the elders know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
But the thing is too is for me is like sometimes people would be like saying, "Oh, you told them," and they'd be like, "No, because I said no, or because I said so." But they're not telling you why. They're just saying because I said so or because I said no.
Yeah.
Like give me a reason why, and then I will stop. Or I'll do the no, or I will not do whatever you say.
Explain it to them.
Don't just give me one answer like no.
Yeah. All right, we got 30 seconds. So
I do agree with that parent thing, though.
we can keep it going. We just have to stop it because you can only record for an hour per segment.
I mean, I don't mind.
So I don't know if
keeping
you
it
guys
going
want to
for a
keep
little bit
going.
longer,
We're just gonna have
you
to
know?
stop it and start another segment.
I do agree.
Oh, all right, guys.
Hey,
So
what the fuck? Hold
we're
on.
gonna wait.
That's in it.
No worries.
We're not cutting it. Too.
So this is what I was thinking earlier. Is I was just zoning out, and then when I was zoning out, I started just thinking deep thoughts, and like I just have random deep thoughts, and sometimes I have that deep thoughts where I'm like, what? Sometimes I'm like, what is the present? It's just random stuff. Like, but what is the present? What is the past? Like, what is the present right now? Are we? Am I in the same world or reality that I've been in since I was alive? Since the years that I've been alive, am I somewhere else now? I just start thinking those kind of things.
Yeah.
And has that those ever come up to your like mind where just think those kind of things?
Or if I'm somewhere else,
Different universe, same universe, like something else.
dude, I'll tell you one thing. I have dreams,
How weird.
and
is-
then I think like I see things in real life that like
so you
I
have-
saw in those dreams.
So he has so he has those kind of dreams
Like
too. Yeah,
premonition.
Bro, I'm
do you
going.
dream?
Honestly, I don't even have dreams.
See, what's it called? Barbara,
no
she doesn't.
dreams, no
she-
goals, nothing.
like Barbara, she doesn't dream at all either. And what it's called? She rarely has some dreams, but like most
I
of the
have
time,
very vivid dreams.
I dream every night, and like you said,
Can you lucid dream?
No,
I can.
that's because I don't try to.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you gotta dedicate like some time like to actually learning that shit.
Is it wait, lucid dreaming is when you control your dreams?
Yeah, you control what you're doing in your dreams.
Oh no, I just see everything.
You gotta practice. You gotta practice, man. But-
Nah, you got to take control.
I've been
It'll make
trying
you a
to.
stronger person in real life. I'm not even.
You know, a lot
lying.
a lot of people actually
Because if
use
you
that.
can manifest, if you could like manifest the shit that happens in your dreams, then you know what I'm saying. You can manifest that shit in real
I've
life.
actually heard of people taking that to like practice. They'd be like practice an instrument in their dreams, and that shit actually helps them in real life.
Huh.
Or just like shit like that, and like little like that you can take it to like actually do real things, like meditate in your dreams or something, and then, like you can actually have like real life benefits.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
Pretty
pretty cool.
cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, but like, see, okay, that was something that we came off. But to go back to another thing, is do you guys ever think you guys are still in the same universe or world that you've been in since the beginning?
Since I was born.
Yes.
No.
Like, do you think I'm the same Yvonne as the one that you've been growing up with, or did you think something might have switched? But like, I'm still the same.
I've actually heard a couple of crazy theories.
Like the
That we could get
like the
into?
Mandela effect.
That one, yeah. Have you heard that? Like, that where like it's like the theory for the Mandela effect, where I think it was like 2012,
Uh-huh.
where we shifted into a different alternate reality.
Yes.
There's that theory, but there's also another.
Yo, but it's so true though.
Nah,
Think
honestly,
about
some
how
crazy shit.
different the world was 2012 prior.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The world
saying.
has changed a lot. But
Like
yeah, go ahead.
all these people that we knew
So-
before are. Go ahead.
So I'm saying, what I was gonna say is, do you think everybody, like maybe what you're probably saying, do you think everybody that we know, we might have gone to a different, all of us go to a different universe or parallel universe or whatever? Or do you think the world that we are in now, the people that did come with us, some of them are getting affected by the new world, and then some of them is not getting affected, and they're realizing, yo, what the fuck is going on? This is not how things used to be.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this going
like
on?
the people that noticed the Mandela
yeah,
effect?
right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know, man. I can tell you this much, though. The world that we live in is very different. But, I mean, the world always changes.
That is
Yeah.
true.
The world always changes. I mean,
That is
there was
true.
like this time, like in the United States, that if you were to travel back to like the Nixon times, like I could guarantee you, you wouldn't be able to name any of the presidents that
Time
are
was
around
so
at that
different,
time. You
yeah.
wouldn't be able to announce like the countries that are around at that time. You know,
Yes,
like
yeah, you're right.
so many different things, bro, that were around at that time that are no longer
Yeah.
around now. Like there were countries in Africa that no longer exist, or because they become like one. You know, like
Yeah.
there was a time in the United States was separated. It was
Yeah.
North versus South. There was a time where it was East versus West.
You know what I
Yeah.
found out now? I'm starting to think even more and more. You know how supposedly the world, I guess, recycles?
Yeah.
What if, you know how people think like the pyramids, whatever, like we were talking about earlier, is like we had maybe higher, what's the word for like people having higher intelligence, I guess? Higher intelligence. What it's called is how we right, you know how we didn't have technology, and now we have technology, and then the technology is just gonna keep on going and going and going, where we have so much, and then out of nowhere we do too much with it, and then we just reset, where humanity, where mankind just resets again and does the same process over and over again.
There's actually an episode about that in Futurama. That's what I love about that show. They explore some deep topics, and it's this one episode where the professor invents a time machine, but he can only go forward in time because he's scared about changing the past and affecting the timeline. So you can only go forward in time, and they're inside the time machine. And he accidentally bumps the switch, so they just start going forward in time and forward in time and forward in time, until they reach the end of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up just sitting back. They're like, "Fuck it, I guess we're here. We can't go back." They just sit back. They open some beers. They just sit and they're just watching the universe end. And then, like you said, it just restarts. Like the Big Bang Theory. Like the Big Bang happens again, and they watch the whole universe get created, and they get to watch like the history happen, like the dinosaurs and all the evolution. It's pretty interesting.
That's
episode.
really crazy to me.
It's a crazy episode, honestly. Like if you really think,
But like if you guys think about it, like think of like the world like this, like in just pictures. Like first it starts off with just like proton, like the next thing you know, an explosion, and then you get pictures of trees, and then you get pictures of dinosaurs, and then you get pictures of monkeys, and then you get pictures of humans. There's going to be another picture of something that's after humans that is going to be what's taking over the universe at that point.
Facts.
Because we're not the last thing that's going to be
we're gonna
an
keep
important
evolving.
thing. Like, lizards were an important thing. They're not no more. Now we're an important thing, and eventually we're not going to be an
So you
important
think it's
thing.
gonna be AIs?
Yeah,
It might
nowadays,
be.
It is.
It might be.
Definitely, the AI is definitely gonna
That's
take
what I'm
over for a
saying.
bit at least.
That's the thing that's gonna. Because after that, AIs are gonna be the thing, and not humans. And what would take
Yeah.
AIs?
Especially
Something else.
especially with-
Nature.
nature would take over AI. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people believe so too.
Nature, because at the end of the day, the only thing that will be able to destroy AI is if maybe like some solar
Volcanoes,
Solar
like
flare.
thing,
Yeah.
next thing,
volcanoes,
some crazy
tsunamis,
thing.
all that kind of stuff.
But I mean, by that
But
time they'll
but-
have technologies
but-
to even be able to probably stop that type of shit.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, like
Bro, that's AI.
when it comes to conquering like the world, like I mean, people want to like be able to get to a point where they're not only able to conquer the world, they're gonna able to conquer the moon, Mars,
The whole
Venus,
universe,
everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But what if we are just in a simulation, like the what is the movie called?
yeah. Matrix.
The Matrix.
what if we're the first things ever to, what if we're like the first things ever to, like, what if Earth is the first thing to ever create anything that is gonna probably start everything that's going to end up happening in the future?
We're
Maybe.
we're the first civilization in the whole universe.
It could be,
That's a crazy thought.
and that could always be the reason why we're here to be making to
To colonize the whole universe.
yes.
Damn, he said make it all ours.
Nah,
So-
I'm just kidding.
It's
Damn.
possible though.
Yeah,
It
nah,
is possible.
it is. It is. That's what's crazy when you start thinking about like the universe. Is like there's so many unanswered questions.
Think
we
of
really
all the
don't
damn
know.
advancements that we've gone through and the advancements that we'll see when we're old, and not even those advancements, advancements that our grandchildren
But the thing
are gonna
is,
be able to see.
what makes us think about all that? Like, how the fuck do we create things where we see, like, we're like, you know what? Let's just create this. Oh, yeah. And wow, there's a laptop. Like,
Like, how do we invent?
yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Who just invents this? Who
You know
thinks
what's
of those?
what's crazy to
Like,
me?
where do they get the parts? How do they know
Yeah.
what parts connect to what to be able
What's
to
crazy to
make
me
this?
is that I actually saw an argument, or like it was like a discussion on the internet
Robotics, I guess?
where they're talking about like computers where they're saying are computers part of nature, and it was a pretty interesting discussion because I mean obviously a lot of people were saying no, like computers are not natural. And then some people were saying like more interesting point of view where they're saying technically all the materials that are used to make a computer are coming from nature. They're
Come
just
from
they're
nature.
just mining them from like different, mines and shit. And they're just using natural properties that these, stones already have. Like they're not using, like at the end of the day, they're still being made naturally, like with natural,
Yeah.
natural materials. They're not.
To be able to make the
But-
metals and
Yeah.
the
But
stuff.
is that
used.
natural? I said the same thing, too.
I think it is though.
No. How?
I think it's a part of nature. I think it's part of evolution.
Computers.
Yeah. Just because it's not made naturally, like humans are part of nature too, and I feel like a lot of people
Okay.
disconnect that.
You're right. If you put it that
Like
way,
just
then
because humans made it doesn't mean it's less natural. Like we are part of nature.
yeah.
It's like if you saw like a bird nest, that's part of nature. Just
I
because a
mean,
bird made it.
You see that same elements in a human that you see in the Earth's crust.
Same. Like the actual elements.
Yeah.
like carbon.
Dirt, all that shit.
Yeah.
We're made up of all that shit.
Okay, and to go off another thing too, because people say, "Is there even a space?" Do you guys think there's space?
Yeah,
What
I
do you
think
think?
there's a space.
What do you think is just?
My question is, when the fuck does it end, and how would it end, and what would it look like if it did ended?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's
question. Like, what,
Yeah.
what, like, once you get to the end of space, then what? What do you see? Like, is there an end? Like, what would be the end? Like, do I just go to like this white place where I'm like walking and see nothing, or?
It would be black because there's no light.
I mean, we
Yeah,
wouldn't be able. Nothing would be able to like live. I think enough to be able to even see anything like that.
No, we wouldn't be able to make it out there. I don't think we wouldn't even be able to.
But
we wouldn't even be
imagine
able
what
to
the
send, like,
fuck
a
the end
drone
of
or
space
anything.
looks like. Like picture that. Like, are we just like in a bubble that's like around a bunch of other bubbles that are also universes that are like
Yeah, that's cool. That's actually crazy. to
that are
think about.
governed by like a guinea pig watching us or something. You know what I'm
See-
saying? Like, you never know.
Well, also too is like even what I was trying to go with. Do you think the sky is real? We're not skies. This universe, whatever. Space. Is people think like the Earth or the sky is like another layer to like an ocean or something like that.
I mean, it is.
I mean, technically, we're in space,
I
though.
was gonna say, in
I guess
a
you're
sense,
right.
it is kind of like another layer.
We're in space.
just made up of
Earth
air.
shares the same space that space shares.
Yeah, I mean,
with
Earth is just a rock in
So
space.
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
And we just have
space is all around Earth. So I mean, when you look at the night, what do you see? You see space.
Yeah. I mean, that's technically what you're
You
seeing
know
when
what
you're
I'm
looking at the
saying?
stars and shit.
When I look over there, I'm seeing space.
So yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's space.
I think that's another thing like that we don't make that connection. I feel like when people talk about like space and time, it's like space is everything. It's like and then time
Exactly.
is like,
Humans try to like close in
Yeah.
on things, but it's so much bigger than that.
yeah, like if space isn't just the sky. Like you make it a good point. Like this whole room is technically space.
Yep.
Like the whole house is space technically.
Space.
In space.
Yeah, like because
space.
we are in space.
This is
And then
space.
space is just the.
This is just breathable space for
yeah,
us.
Space is just like the concept of like a place, I guess, like material.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. That we're in space.
Yeah.
This is space, man.
What the?
Neil deGrasse Tyson will probably tell you that, or who the hell knows what he would say.
Yeah, he always has interesting takes though.
You should listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, he's great on
But
Insight.
the other theory that I wanted to get to about alternate dimensions I didn't get to was there's another theory that suggests, and this one's a little bit more interesting because it kind of goes back to like what you were saying, where it could be like different people are from different universes.
Mhm.
And that was like this idea where it's like there's a theory where when you die, you don't actually like stop existing. You just teleport to another universe.
The energy doesn't.
You just end up going to another. So let's say, for example, right now, the house was to collapse and we all got crushed by the house. Instead of like going to heaven or like not existing anymore, we would instantly be teleported to another universe where it didn't happen, and we would just continue living our life in
Can I
that
tell you
other
something?
universe.
Sometimes I wonder, like, if the crash that
Really?
I got into possibly.
So that
I don't
some
want
shit
to. I don't
like that
want to
could
be bringing like
it could be like
things
some
to
shit like
light.
that, to be honest.
Like where like I crashed and I actually probably like died in that
another-
accident.
like in
but
another universe.
I woke up in this one, and this is totally something completely different than
yeah,
the life that I
basically
left
what the
behind
theory
when I
is.
crashed.
Maybe.
That's like what the theory is basically. It's
The
crazy.
thing is, if that's the case, I had a lot of dreams like that, where I've probably have died. So sometimes when I get close to like
You
semi
have like a
trucks,
close death experience. It's like you actually did die in another universe.
Like, are you the same Yvonne that I knew before the? You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
that's what I'm
the
saying.
reason why I say that is because I had some dreams where I never say I guess I died because I never like I see solid, but this is what I see when I'm in my dreams. It's
Well,
like,
that's because you can't die in your dream. You
Yeah.
always wake up before.
yeah, but now I wait like I put that in my head that I always. So whenever I got close to like 2 Miller and I was always in the passenger seat, I always got scared because that's when something happened. They tried to take a left turn, and they didn't see us, and then we all crashed. And
Ugh.
then there was another one with planes. When I was in the plane, and it just like I have dreams. Like the dreams feel realistic. When I'm in my
Yeah.
dreams, I feel like I'm there.
Yeah, that's how
So
it is.
like it just yeah.
Actually, that might be the key to helping you to lucid dream, to be honest. Because if you're able to like feel like you're actually there,
If he can do that, he can
Yeah.
definitely.
that's what I'm
lucid
saying.
dream
Like
for
if you
sure.
feel like you're already there, like and like if you're like actually experiencing the dream, so then all that's left is like being.
You already know
that's
that you're
why-
in a dream, right?
That's why
When you're in
dude,
the dream,
yes, that's why what it's
so
called.
yeah, you can lose a dream.
That's why sometimes I don't like watching scary movies because in the scary movies, if I see those kind of stuff, I put that in my head in my dreams, and then I start seeing that shit. And if I'm able to like be there, that's just it doesn't. I don't.
I feel unsensitized by
Yeah.
scary movies to the point that I don't worry about watching them before I go to sleep.
Honestly, I feel like working at Cox Farms ruins scary movies for me. Because once you see like how artists' makeup is done, you can't see a scary movie and be scared about it. At least for me, because like I said, I'm a logical thinker. So I see a scary movie and I see like a like a scary monster or whatever.
The question is,
How-
what can
how-
that scary movie that you're watching manifest in your room, though? You know what I'm saying? When you're watching
Well,
that, or in
energies
your
wise,
mind,
it
you know what I'm
can't
saying?
do that.
That's what I'm saying.
And it does sometimes.
Bring an energy, bring a vibe.
And
to
I'm gonna
your
be honest,
room.
some
That's
scary
why-
movies
that's why I
will
have
fuck
to-
me up
That's
because
why. That's why I try not to think about that stuff. And I was like,
but like
nah.
for example, like if it's just like a scary like witch or whatever, it's like I'm just thinking about like that's obviously a person that's just wearing makeup.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like a scary movie where it's like demonic shit, or it's like some
That's
dark
what I'm talking
vibes,
about. Yeah.
that shit will fuck me up because it's like I don't care about the actors or any of that. Like I don't care that it's fake. It's about the vibes and the energy, like how you said. That's that because that's just real for real. I think playing a game called have you guys heard of the game called Pony Island? It's a PC
No.
game. That game is a fucking demonic ass game. And it doesn't seem like it at all. Cause it's called Pony Island. It's like it looked like a little kid game on like a
Where
PC.
did you buy?
Huh?
Steam?
Yeah, I think it's on Steam.
Did you play?
Yeah, I played it. That shit's scary as fuck. He starts out like a normal game. Like honestly, it starts out like a little kid game.
What the fuck?
Like it's like little ponies and shit. But as you're playing, you like it's like you're playing like on a computer. Like obviously like it's a PC game,
Yeah.
but it's like it's like you see a computer in the game, and as you're playing the game, it's like the game's getting like hacked and or shit, and you see like fucking like demons in the game showing up and shit, and you like start having to like worship the devil like in the game.
Fuck?
And it's just gets too fucking
Yeah,
real,
it's like
bro.
that.
You start doing like crazy shit. Like,
Yeah, nah, fuck that shit.
bro, I played that shit by myself in the dark, and that shit fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie,
Nah.
that shit fucked me up. Like mentally, I feel like
Yeah, I think
I
I'm good
couldn't
on
sleep
that.
that night. I couldn't sleep that night. If I'm
I
being
can already
honest.
tell by the damn pictures that that's an evil ass game.
Bro, like, what if it's just making you?
That shit made me so uneasy.
What if you're just doing like the work for him?
Yeah,
it's
that's the thing that scares me about those types of games. Like,
Yeah.
you unknowingly, like, you could be like
I'm telling you,
praying
watch
to the devil, like without
watch-
knowing it or some shit.
watch Cuphead. It's funny, but they had like the story shit too.
Yeah, that's another game that's dark as fuck.
So it's not as dark as the game is, but like, yeah, it can be a little dark, but it's funny. It's more funny. than
Yeah,
that.
because you heard us talking about it earlier, and it's like a fun game and all. But if you actually know the story, basically what it's about is these two little they have like little mugs for a head, and I don't remember why it is, but they end up selling their soul to the devil, and they realize they fucked up, and so they're trying to get their soul back. And so they end up like signing like a contract with the devil that they're basically gonna help him get all the souls of other people that like owe him their soul. And that's basically what the whole game is. Like you're fighting the bosses so you can take their soul and give it to the devil so you could save yourself.
even though they were bad too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean the whole game is dark though. That's a
Yeah.
dark ass game. It's just the fact that the whole game is basically revolved around selling your soul and like being the devil's
and then
servant.
they realized, yo, nah, fuck this. What am I doing?
Yeah.
And they end up fighting the devil, and then they got their soul back.
I mean, there's a lot of just demonic things around us that we don't even realize. The human race is very just, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel like we're being
Pretty
like
bad.
subconsciously, like I
Like-
guess tricked into I guess becoming a Satanist like that. Like this game.
If you think about it, dog, I think when we get to like a point, we're gonna get to a point where like the future is gonna be people who identify themselves as a dog or a cat, and they're gonna have like people are gonna have all sorts of colored hair and you know what I'm
it's
saying?
just gonna be all
Just kind of like fucking modified facial features and all sorts of crazy shit. And,
Yeah, like
we're
the-
just get like all tattooed, we're just all getting into like,
Yeah.
more and more
Yeah.
as we get into the future, less and less we
We're gonna-
think about religion, we think about God.
We're
we
gonna
think
stray
about
from
things like
nature,
that, you
like,
know
a
what I'm
lot.
saying? So,
It's like
with
the
pornography, dog. Pornography's got a big ass part to do with that, like how
Yeah.
we're just completely sexual creatures now. We just be thinking about fucking sex all the time because it's always in our face.
The thing
Yeah.
is, pornography, man, it's really like messing with people's mind, man. Like it's not really making people want to interact with one another because of that.
yeah.
People will have expectations that, oh damn, this is how it has to be, or else I won't satisfy, or in long term, it's a really bad mental game, and it really messes up people. That's definitely an addiction that's really tainting this world a lot.
No,
It's
it really
crazy.
it ruins so many lives, families, like
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I be watching that porn.
I mean, that shit,
That's what it is. But like
that shit
you know,
calls you sometimes. Sometimes I feel like the thing is,
Yeah, it calls you.
the thing is, I
It
feel like
calls you because
that shit calls you because
you like things, and then you see you can search it up, and then there's
there's
whatever you search up is what you like, you know.
I feel like at that point too,
And they have it.
to help you from actually.
Go ahead.
Porn clouds your mind.
For
Yeah.
It really does.
It clouds your
It
mind.
numbs you.
You know?
It numbs
It
you.
makes
And
you
then
blind.
it makes
So
it
you got
hard for your
blindfolds.
dick to get
Little
hard
blinders.
sometimes afterwards because you're just so desensitized to looking at ass and pussy all the time.
Yeah.
You know that, you're just like, when you finally do see some ass and pussy, you're just like, oh, fuck.
I feel like,
you know what I'm
I feel like high key,
That's,
really
where, I feel
bad.
that's where Viagra came in.
high key. I
That's
feel
like
like, I feel
the-
like porn is the reason.
But it's good to stay away from that shit.
Porn is the reason I feel like people get into like
Philosophy.
weird kinks.
I feel like
Like,
the,
once you're too desensitized, like we were saying, it's like you start getting into like weird kinks because it's like normal sex is just not enough for you anymore.
Why do you think
So
that there's videos of people eating Fruit
ju-
Loops
it's
out of a
just a
girl's
title.
ass?
Yeah, you see like some crazy shit. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
it's like, just because normal shit is not enough anymore.
Jeez.
And back to like what we were saying, like where it calls you. It's like, it calls you because like that shit's everywhere now. It's like not even you don't even have to be watching.
Back then, it was
like-
like so restricted and it's so hard to get to.
It's like you don't
Now
even have
it's
to
easy.
actually watch porn to see porn anymore. Like you be
Back
driving,
then, you needed
be
a
driving down the
computer.
street and you see like a
Download.
fucking like
Ass.
you just say like a fucking ass like on a fucking what are they called
On the billboard.
billboard, yeah. You see like on a billboard, you just see like a fucking ass, sorry, right there.
You know this.
That used to be considered porn back then, like Playboy.
Sex sells, though.
Yeah.
Like that was porn back then.
Think about it. Back then, it was actually harder to access it. But
Right?
since our
You have to get it in a
smartphones, you can just use
magazine.
it.
You actually have to be 18
Yeah.
to
You
sell
actually have
it
to
to
pay
you.
and shit. So like now it's just like
Now it's
so
free.
easy and accessible.
I mean, now RedTube is free all the time.
I feel like that's what it is.
We're talking about like
So-
RedTube, and that used to be a big thing.
RedTube,
yeah, I'm talking about
yeah.
Shit for the
Xvideos.
porn, the porn pioneers.
Fuck
RedTube is
that.
definitely
Fuck
the.
that. But yes, that's where you can find shit. But fuck, that's where you saw Two Girls in One Cup, right?
Nah.
No, I swear.
RedTube, that was not on RedTube. I think
about
it maybe
pornography,
it
bro.
was on.
Dude, that was
probably-
I think
that
people
was
maybe have
probably all over
uploaded
now.
it to
That's-
it.
that's
but
the worst.
Yeah.
like,
I don't know.
that's not where you found it
I didn't want to
though.
talk about,
Okay.
but that's the most disgusting shit I ever seen.
But it was made by a porn
you just
company
randomly
that.
end
I
up
forgot-
in,
I
like,
forgot-
He showed me
what
that
it's
shit
called.
in
It's something
Mexico.
Pan-
That
It was
shit
made
so
by a
bad.
porn
He showed us
company
that shit
that
in
does
Mexico.
upload to RedTube.
yo, but
That's
that
facts.
but that's part of the problem. Like that I was talking about with kinks is like people are into that shit because of like how much porn they watch, and it's just like they want new shit to watch.
And it destroys your relationships because of it. Because then you start expecting shit from your SO, and then
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
like,
imagine all the people that watch.
you
that
want
shit
them to
got off that
please you
video.
the way the porn pleases you, and sometimes you start to become insatiable.
I still please. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Don't worry, I still please.
No, I'm not saying that you don't please.
It's
No,
not-
no, no,
not-
no,
not-
no,
no,
But
no,
like,
no,
think
okay,
about it
okay.
this way: like all the people that are into like all those like weird kinks, like you're watching all this weird kink porn, like how we were saying, like Two Girls in One Cup. Like people were into that, and now people are gonna
That's
expect their, that people now want to experience that in real life because watching it in a video isn't enough.
I know, that's disgusting. That's
So that's the
I
problem.
mean,
with
there's
porn.
plenty, fart porn,
Yeah,
all sorts of porn.
especially exactly. If you develop like a kink for like farts, is that now you're gonna want
People peeing on
now you
you.
want your girl to do that, and it's like you're not gonna find a girl that's like, that obviously girls are gonna be like, what the fuck? So I don't want to do that shit, and it makes it harder to be in a relationship when it's like that's what you're.
I'll tell
thinking
you one
about.
thing. When it came to me, I had a big of a problem, and then it started to just ruin my relationships because I guess it started to turn me into a bit of a sex addict. Because I just want to fuck all the time.
It's like a virus.
Just
in
want to
your head.
fuck all the time because I'm always, and now that I got this woman, I no longer have to use porn. But the thing is, you got so addicted to watching porn, you want to now use all the time that you were doing masturbating with now having sex with this woman who just probably wants to spend some time with you, wants to watch TV. What? But you're just there worried about fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's another thing. It raises your sex drive. It's like
Shit destroys relationships.
if your drive is too hard for your partner, it ruins your relationship. But you have to find equal drive.
Yeah, you have to find somebody that has this extremely high sex drive.
And
you gotta have equal drive.
Yeah, that's like the good thing. I'm like, it's like another side of that. It's like you watch it so much, like you said earlier, mentioned earlier. It's like you don't get as erected anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just say you're in the mood and everything, just like everything's going good and everything, then just like what's going on? You know, it's just like it's not good. That's what really ruins it, because like, you know, you might have a good relationship, happily, emotional, you know, you're talking, having a good time, but like, you know, there does have to be some type of percentage in a relationship that has to do with sex, and you know, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
It's not like like when I think of my parents, I didn't see my parents having sex every single second of the day.
Yeah.
My parents were actually out and about doing shit that they had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad would work, my mom would work, but they weren't
Because think about
at home fucking all the time.
If they ain't getting shit for such a long time, it's like how you say, girls just are the same way. There's days that they just want to just fuck all the time. But they want to be dedicated to that person. It's just like, if we fucking all the time. But then this person that can't satisfy the same thing, it's the same as a guy. You know,
Yeah,
you
it
look
goes both
somewhere
ways.
else, and that's what causes relationships to fail. Because if you can't provide that, they search.
I feel like that's what
It's like if
that's
you're
what causes
if you're
cheating a lot
starving.
too.
If you're hungry,
You hit up the
and you haven't
neighborhood
ate-
hoe.
and you haven't
Hey.
eaten for weeks, and someone's gonna fucking feed you, you going for that food because you've been starving.
For sure.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how it is. In both ways. Like, it's crazy. That's why it's just like
DMX
what
put it like
all-
this. Sometimes you you like to eat eggs, you know? So you make eggs every single day. Eat eggs, eat eggs, eat eggs. Sometimes you want to have a bowl of cereal, you know? Forget it, you know, just forget about the egg, you know? Go to the bowl of cereal, have the egg the next day. It feels good again, you know?
You get tired of the same shit all the time.
Nigga was justifying cheating like shit, but I mean, get it?
Nah, that's crazy, man.
It'll renew the love of eggs. That's what he said.
It's crazy.
So I guess here you go, ladies. To get your man satisfied, just let him have sex with somebody else, and hopefully he'll feel some love for yours when he gets back to it.
He'll be like, "Damn, I missed the." Never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
You got him.
That's straight.
Yes, I do.
No, but it really be like that though. No. So sometimes there would be days that I would do that. I would do it. I'd watch porn and like I just feel like shit. For the next couple hours, just consistently thinking about what I did.
Right?
You
Sometimes
know.
it just makes you tired. You're like,
Yeah, dude. Like I could have had a good day at work, right? But I decided to fuck it up.
yeah,
They say
right. That happens.
They
to
say
you.
that makes it mentally makes you not want to do like
Anything.
anything. Like, it makes you kind of lazier
Yeah.
in that aspect.
Yeah, because you're throwing out all that like
Excitement.
that too,
No way.
but like when you like, I guess, come or whatever it is.
You nutting your soul
Yeah,
out.
you pretty much
Ejaculate.
you're ejaculate.
If you
The
wanna
right
really
word. The
go-
right word. Ejaculate. What it's called? You're losing like a lot of vitamins and all that kind of stuff because you always keep on doing it. You just gotta
Throwing
do
your
it.
protein out.
Yeah. That's why
That's all your energy right there.
That's why you gotta take some vitamins too. So
It's fucked up, yeah.
See,
you
if
really-
you're gonna masturbate, take your back.
Yeah.
Think of it like that.
PSA.
Just think of it like a loss of a battery,
The zinc,
like just
you
like a
lose-
loss of
you
energy.
lose a lot of
You're
zinc
like
with that.
losing when you do that.
Zinc.
But shit, man, there'd be some days that I just couldn't help it. Like I started thinking about
That's 'cause
like
you were-
a video that I saw that I really
that's 'cause you were
liked.
fully charged.
You know, and then I'm like, holy shit, like I don't have anybody to hit up right now. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, oh, I remember that one video of this one bitch licking this other bitch's ass that looked really nice. You know what I'm saying? So like, I go click that shit.
See, I have that problem too. But if I'm gonna be honest,
It's a normal man thing.
What I really want to do though, honestly, and hopefully it will help, is honestly, there's videos that says that if you have problems with pornography, try to look for God. Honestly, he'll help you. Like, try to go for the words of God, and try to pretty much just distracting you.
Or your higher power for those who don't believe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who don't believe that, but like I said, this is my opinion. But like for me, I feel like try to look for I guess your God or whoever you. For me, it's Jesus, God. Try to look for Him, and then try to like, I guess, read His words or just pray and like do something to get your mind off of it. And it does two things. It helps you from doing what you were gonna do, and it helps you get closer to God too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
I mean, sometimes it starts to happen because of just a lack of motivation in life.
Yeah.
You know, you're just down on the dumps, you know, and then you're just like, I will tell you one thing, like things can be going great for me and I won't do it anymore. And the next thing you know, once like it all starts to fall apart, like like porn becomes like kind of like the damn comfort.
I think it's
just like weed and just like everything else. And you know, when it comes to addictive shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean
it's not, you know, yeah, but I can't say that it's dominated.
Visually a drug.
I mean, not even like
It's
that. Like
something
it's
that
literally a drug.
releases-
It's like your mind like releases actual chemicals.
Yeah, it
when you-
releases dopamine.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a drug though. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
it's
It is
literally
a
a
drug.
drug.
It's like everything that releases dopamine that's what it is.
Yeah,
That visually pleases you, but then
it's a
we're
reward.
saying, yeah,
It's a reward
Then,
system.
you get so tired of that you start looking for other rewards.
Fuck, I had a terrible day. What's gonna be good? Oh shit, where's that one video? No, and there you go. You
But
whip
then-
out your dick
but
and you
then
start
get to a
beating
point
off.
that you're just like
It's like
that don't even please you. So that's why pornography.
But you're still doing it. That's the thing.
No,
You still find yourself
but it don't
doing it.
satisfy you enough. That's why it leads to
you
depression.
end up getting into deeper shit. Yeah.
Pornography.
It all leads back.
Longevity. Pornography leads to depression,
Yeah, it all leads back to
and it's
problem that we
different for every person.
I mean, it adds
might
gray
take-
area.
It might take you 20 years to feel depression. It might take another 2. It might take another 8. You know, it
it definitely is. Yeah, it's definitely gonna
The
happen
outcome is
because it
depression.
distorts your view on reality.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
I feel like this all comes back to like the human, I guess, nature of like wanting instant gratification. We've been like programmed. I feel like because it wasn't always like that, and like I feel like for human history, like recently and like for human generations, we've become addicted with this like instant gratification, where it's like we want to feel good instantly. Like we watch this porn, like how Diego was saying, because we're having a bad day. But we don't take into account, like how you were saying, in the long run, it's gonna hurt us. So we're too I guess focused on this. We're too focused. I feel like in the short term that we want to get short term rewards. That we don't realize how it's affecting.
I mean,
the
you
long
just got to
term.
think about where the problem is coming from and where it's stemming from.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly. So
And
we
decapitate that problem
we
from
get
there.
too
like
focused
that.
on just trying to feel good in the moment that we don't worry about the future.
Once
No,
you
that's
start to like
that's
get
what
to
I'm
the
saying,
root
like,
of it,
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is like we're so focused. Like you guys saying, we're so focused right now in the short term that like, and I agree in every single thing you guys are saying. But I'm just trying to explain to the people that are listening that are just beginning on that. Long term, it's gonna be depression, no matter how long it takes it.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Because a lot of people like they watch porn. And they're
yes
like, I'm
and
fine,
no,
it doesn't
because
affect me.
masturbation is a different experience
mean,
for everyone.
You can do that every once in a while. It's like drinking water.
Because it can
Yeah.
be healthy too.
You can only drink so much water to the point that you're actually drowning yourself. So you gotta limitate.
Yeah.
Everything has limitations. As long as you know your own limit, and and for anything
Anything can be healthy.
Anything.
Yeah. Alcohol could be healthy. Masturbation could be
anything
healthy.
has a
Not
limitation,
cigarettes.
but each one has a certain limit than others. Another one
Yeah.
can be a higher limit than the other.
Fuck, I mean, even weed has a whole rack of negative effects from
Yeah, for
everyday
sure, for
use.
sure.
Yeah, anything
A lot of
that's
people like
anything
that.
that's been is being abused.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people like to think like weed doesn't have negative.
I
side
smoke
effects,
weed
but
every day, and then there's so much shit that I be forgetting, or just
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
That shit
Yeah.
fucks up
that's
your
why I
mind.
try.
That
That's
shit
why I
fucks
try.
up
gives
your
you
mind.
anxiety.
Yeah, it makes you.
Lots of anxiety.
That's why I try.
does.
to-
I think it makes
I
you
try not
less
to
like-
do. When
Yeah, it's like you gotta
I
take it
do important
moderately.
things.
Yeah, I feel like it makes you
Like-
less aware of your surroundings too.
I feel like best times probably like early in the
Oh, yeah.
morning, depending on which one you're smoking. If it makes you energetic, then you go, you wake up, boom,
Ugh.
you're good. But then then after a long day of work, you just want to. It's just like a beer,
yeah,
you know. After a long day of work, why can't you go home, smoke a blunt? Why can't you just go home, take a jib, take a rip, or whatever?
Because we like to
Or just drink
abuse.
or just drink
Yeah.
a beer.
We like to
And in
abuse.
the end, it's good. But that's why you say like you gotta be moderate, and that's when you really enjoy it. If you abuse things, you're not really enjoying it anymore. You're just doing it because it's just a habit.
yeah, for sure.
It becomes a second nature,
Yeah.
basically. It's
That's
like,
why. That's
you're so
honestly.
used to doing it, like
I feel
bam,
like-
you have
yeah.
to do it. And then what's it called? Your body is so used to it. Maybe mentally, you're like, oh, this I can stop whenever. Yeah, mentally you can, but your body's like, yo, what the fuck? It's like an engine breaking down. Like, whoa. You know, like
So
what's going on? Where's
yeah.
my fuel?
Can I say something?
Type shit, you know?
There was like this. There's this thing when it comes to me with drinking where I felt like I was an alcoholic and stuff like that, and I thought
Excuse me.
that drinking was gonna be like I thought that drinking was supposed to be something that was in my life.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'd see everybody else, all the other, like grown-ups doing it in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they did it all the time. They did reckless shit. They lived completely okay after doing all the reckless shit they did, and continue to do the reckless shit they do. And they still, they're still good. So I'm like, maybe that's like, why can't I live like that? And that's the problem. My life, I compared a lot of things to what those people would do, or how it was going for them. But when I drank alcohol, that shit was completely fucking me over with in every aspect, to the point where I was throwing up every morning, or I just got really bad gastritis, or I was starting to bleed from my derriere, like it was just bad, like really bad. And I just now I don't drink like that. I drink whenever I feel like, what, this is a good time to take a drink
Yeah, it's
right
like
now. But
socially.
it's not every day. Like, I'm not looking for it anymore, I can actually pick as to if somebody's like, oh, do you want alcohol or do you want juice? Like, give me the juice. I'm not really feeling the alcohol right now. But I felt like for the longest time I was here thinking, oh no, Diego, you must be an alcoholic for all this stuff. And I'm not trying to take anything from AA or from any alcoholic that's out there suffering. If you feel like you need help, go get it. I'm just saying, for me personally, I was here trying to label myself something that I possibly wasn't even, just because of the fact that,
Other people are telling you.
but I'm here trying to live a life. I'm trying to put a triangle in a square, live this life that possibly wasn't even meant for me. All the drinking, whether it be the smoking, whether it be anything, so.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I think we're about to reach 2 hours almost. I think we're about to have to wrap this up
guys.
soon.
If anything, you already know.
End it off, Diego. End it off.
And thank you guys for being here with us in Rambles in the Basement.
Yeah, I know we kind of we're kind of all over the place for this first episode, but that's That's just how it is.
I feel like we were able to touch on some really good topics.
We should play. I mean, we're probably gonna put the whole thing on, and if people watch the whole thing, they watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're still gonna put the whole thing on, and like, we're gonna probably make more videos. If hopefully it doesn't.
Probably, we're going to.
No,
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Wrong wording. We're going to make more videos, so when we make more videos, we're gonna have viewers.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, even though this episode was kind of all over this place, I feel like it's okay because it's the first episode, so it's like it's gonna give people an idea of like the kind of like how this this podcast is gonna go. We touched on a bunch of different topics, so.
Yeah, guys, it was
pretty
really great
interesting
getting
episode,
to
honestly,
sit
for the
here,
first time.
talk to everybody, talk to you guys, listening to the podcast right now.
It's just gonna get more interesting as we go on too. I feel like because we're gonna have like actual feedback from the audience.
We're gonna have more people coming into the show.
Yeah, we're gonna have some special guests and shit.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna make it as great.
Because this is a podcast for everyone, not just for us.
Just to
Yeah.
hear our opinions and hopefully yours if you guys want to put some in the comments. I mean, we're never here to hate or anything like that. We're just here to we love to discuss and see people's other point of views.
That's ultimately the goal of the podcast is to just have an open discussion. We just want to talk. We just want to see what's up.
And we'll hopefully be able to provide more imagery instead of sound.
Yes.
Upload some of
working
our
on video.
video on YouTube.
We're doing some clips.
Yeah, we can do clips too.
For right now, we can figure out how we could possibly upload these to Spotify,
Honestly,
all these other
yeah.
places that we can
No,
put
this
this up in.
is going to Spotify.
Spotify, Apple.
But I think clips do good. I feel like that I have like a clips channel.
Absolutely. Well, all right, guys. It was definitely a pleasure talking to you guys. This was Ego
Theory.
Yvonne.
and
Rogelio.
All right.
all right, guys. Peace out.
Robots.
Take care, guys.
Deuces.
All right.
Peace.